Can we take a question from the audience?
Sure, as long as it's something I want to hear.
Most influential guitarist.
What?
I'm going to answer. Most influential guitarist. Would that be Robert Johnson after hearing his fingering?
See, there's just too many to pinpoint it to one. I think my style evolved at the two that I'm closest to, that play the most like. It was probably John Hammond and Brian Jones. Because Brian Jones played rhythm and slide, and John Hammond's an excellent rhythm player and slide. I don't really play much lead. Jimmy's great at lead, and we have a sax player who does the solos. If it's not a Chuck Berry thing, I'm a rhythmic player. I play rhythm style guitar. So I don't think there's anybody who's ever going to. There's very few people you'll see that can really master rhythm guitar and master lead guitar at the same time. Chuck Berry is one of the few. John Fogerty can do both. John Lennon. John Lennon once said they were having a tough time with getting a drummer, if you can believe that. And they wouldn't hire the Beatles in certain places unless they had a drummer. And John Lennon would say, the drums are in the guitars, man. And he's right. If you listen to the Everly Brothers, they don't need a drummer. It's so powerful. So I was like, rhythm stuff. So, I listen to Bo Diddley and John Lee Hooker a lot. They could do a lot with one chord. John Lee Hooker would keep it going on. Of course, Bo Diddley. Those cats they were geniuses before James Brown, could make a whole song with one chord and make it really flow with dynamics. So I wasn't, I'm a finger player. I never could get that Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton. I'm still working on it. And I get that, that thing, And I'm like, I play, and then you can go make this laugh, but I was playing, I said, man, I was like, this lead thing, I'm trying to get it. And my wife was in, she goes, you don't need that. And I went, I don't. She goes, chicks don't care about that. They like the low notes. And I said, I'm in business.
Did you pick up the guitar for the chicks?
What?
Did you pick up the guitar for the chicks?
No, but I was guided a lot by that because, I figured, what made Valentino women? What made Sinatra? What made Presley? What made the Beatles? Just follow the formula. I went to see John Lee Hooker in a club in 1971. I'd never seen him. And at that time, people came to see blues artists. And they sat just like you people are sitting now. And it was like a seminar. It was like a sermon. I saw Muddy Waters, Sonny Terry, and others. And people would come and just be like they could hear a pin drop. But when John Lee Hooker played, I noticed something special as people danced when he played. I said, dancing to the blues? It's unheard of. These people were up dancing. And the people that were dancing to Hooker were all women. And the song they danced to was one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. And I went, aha! So we started working on that, and then we finally met Bob Dylan. He said, I really like that. He's kind of shy guy. And, I like that song, bourbon, scotch, and beer. I went, that stays. But it's usually, if you play and you watch, and if you start a rhythm thing going, and you meet, and people who don't care about blues or rock or anything, and you see girls immediately reacting to it physically, moving around, you have something. There's something there. And it's usually a rhythm that gets that thing going, and they have blue jeans on.
And it just progresses from there, does it not?
Well, it progresses, and then the guys notice, and then you want to go dance with the girl, but they're too chicken shit. So they buy a couple of drinks, get the nerve, and that makes money for the bar. And the bar makes money, then they hire me back. You see how it works? That was it, you see. So we're still doing that. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Hey, Mr. Bartender, look at here. Bring another drink and bring it right now. Gotta get drunk, get it off of my mind. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Then I sit there at the bar, drinking bourbon, scotch, ice cold Budweiser beer. I look down the bar, my bartender. So look at here, man. Come on down here. He got down there. So what you want? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Ain't seen my baby since the night before last. Mr. Bartender, fill up my glass. Gotta get high, man, I've got to get loose. Bring me a triple shot of that juice. When I get drunk, make it real clear. I want one bourbon, one shot, and one beer. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Now, but it's time, I'm plenty high. You know when your tongue's getting dry, you're plenty high. I look down the bar for my bartender. So look at here, man. Come on down here. He got down there. So what you want? One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. Ain't seen my baby since almost a week. I need a drink so bad, man, I can't even speak. Wanna get high, you know I ain't had enough. Bring me a triple shot of that stuff. When I get drunk, have no fear. I want one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer.
Give it up, everybody. George Thorogood with us this afternoon in the Bing Lounge. Keep it going. That's it. Come on now. Come on now. Feed it.
My
feed
ego
it.
can handle it.
Thank you. Thanks, Jim.